Hey everyone, this book is For My Pastor Part 3, Prophets versus Prophets, and oh my god, this is like the second or third book that I've read in this series. I love this series of books. The author does such a good job highlighting some of the things that people who go to church go through that just simply are not talked about enough. I personally don't go to church as much as I used to. Like a couple of years ago, you probably would have saw me in church at least 3-4 times a week. But because of a lot of the issues that the author touches on in this book series is exactly why I'm always just, I don't know. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I do my own thing. And every single last time I read one of these books, I'm like, this is exactly why I'm not the friend that's jumping for joy when someone invites me out to come to one of their Sunday services or something. Now that COVID has hit, I don't mind sitting here and listening to something occasionally, but I'm still not ready to get dragged into all of the nonsense and drama that churches have. So, this book was not that long, and it's definitely worth the read. This is a 5-star book. The book was only 52 pages long. It is available on Kindle Unlimited. You guys know how much I always say people might as well just go ahead and get Kindle Unlimited. Amazon basically needs to sponsor me at this point because of how much I promote it, because you can get 10 books, I want to say, for $10 a month. But you can swap out the books that you do get. So this book was no more than $4, even if you don't have Kindle Unlimited. So it's definitely affordable. The main character of this book was Isaiah. And Isaiah has a wife. His wife's name is Patience. And I want to say like her name truly fits her because she is very patient. They have like 4 or 5 kids together. I know it's like 2 boys. Or no, it's like 2 girls and 3 boys or something like that. But the thing that's really cute about it is they're so heavily involved in church, more so Isaiah than his wife, that all of the kids have like an extremely biblical name. What I did like too was the couple in the beginning of the book, they're sitting down and they're having a conversation about finances, and you know how ugly conversations about finances can get, how bad things can get. But I did like that they took the time to engage with each other in a healthy way. So that was like an amazing thing to see in the book, like a couple that's not screaming and yelling at each other. They're taking each other's feelings into consideration. They're not only talking to each other in each other's love language, but they're also communicating in a way that they know, you know what, I'm going to say it in a way that he's receptive to it so that it doesn't offend him. During that conversation, his wife Patience reveals some things to him that she's known for some years that kind of blew him away. So it's funny how like in marriages and relationships, how you'll be having self-doubt and you'll be having moments of like, oh, I'm not sure if they're really feeling me, or oh, I'm not sure like if I'm the best girlfriend or best wife that I could be right now. But it was funny because she did her best to reassure her husband, although we are financially in a crazy situation right now, I chose you for a reason, and I still choose you every day for a reason. Now, this all ties into church because, oh my God, if I could just talk about Patient's parents for like 5 seconds. Her parents obviously have been together for only God knows how many years. They are the prime example of when people are like, I want that relationship that my grandparents had. The only thing about that is people also don't think about, well, how much did your grandmother or grandfather possibly endure to be in that relationship for so long? There's a part in the book where Patience talks about the sacrifice that her mother made just for her father's ego. And I was like, there's no way in this world. There is no way. There's no way. There's no way. There is no way that in 2020 I'll be able to move like that or do that to preserve a male's ego. It's not even about, oh, this is what was best for our family. It was really and strictly just about, I don't want my husband to think I'm trying to outshine him. That crap was so crazy to me. A part of the conversation that Isaiah is having with his wife is about the fact that he has known about a job opportunity that would be paying him a good amount of money. It'd be full-time work. It'll help them get out of being in like a financial struggle and having to really cut corners and clip coupons. He has known about this job for at least a month now. His friend Cindy has been telling him about it for at least a month, but he kept passing up on even applying to the job because he's so concerned about his role in the church, and he doesn't want his pastor to look down on him or to think that he's not giving himself to God entirely. I really do. I get it. As someone who used to be extremely dedicated to a church I went to nonstop, that's basically where I lived. I get not wanting to disappoint a pastor, but this book too just showed how much a pastor's approval, like, it is so make or break to some people that are involved in church. I honestly don't think it's healthy. I'm at the point where I don't think it's healthy anymore. I don't even know how you stop that culture of like approval seeking, or you have to be doing this or that. Like, I don't know how the church today could move back towards the focus of, okay, let's see God's approval, not what your pastor approves of. Like, I don't know. Who knows? There's another part in the book where a man is being spoken about, and let me double check. I want to say his name was Darrell or Darnell. It's probably Darrell. I'm sorry. I've been watching Girlfriend, so that's probably why I'm sitting here calling him Darnell. His name is probably Darrell this whole time. Point is, he has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend's name is Brianna. So of course I was really focused on the story, because I'm like, ooh, that's cute. We got the same name. But him and his girlfriend Brianna are going through something right now. That's all I'm gonna say. They're going through something right now where he was looking to kind of get, we'll say, a promotion in church. But because of this thing that they're going through, the pastor has now said, you know what, we're going to sit him down. He can't finish the class and do X, Y, and Z this year, but he can come back next year. I get it that there's checks and balances to a church, because at the end of the day, whether people want to accept it or not, church is oftentimes a business. It's ran like a business. So it's like, I get it, but the way they just casually discuss this man's business in his life, like, that's not okay to me. Like, it's just not okay. You guys have to check out this book. I'm not trying to give you the longest book review, but this book is definitely worth it. Again, it's only 55 pages long. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. I can't remember if it was available in physical copy or not. Please check this author out. She has at least 5 books out at this point. This is about the second or third book that I reviewed of hers. I love this book series. It does not shove Christianity or beliefs about God and all that down your throat. It's not constant Bible quoting and scriptures, this and that. So even if you don't go to church, but you're still trying to read somewhat of literature, like, it's just not all in your face. It's not shoving it down your throat. Like, it just, to me, it's like a thinking piece type of book that she writes. Like, you could, I don't know, more churches need to talk on these things, because when people talk about, oh, so many young people are leaving church, this book highlights exactly why so many people are leaving. So you guys, check out the book. If you read any of her other books that I have reviewed, please comment below and let me know. But until then, I will see you guys at the next book review. Bye.